Welcome, everybody. I have with me the January Student of the Month, Xavier McGuire. Xavier, how are we doing today?
Pretty good. The day's just ending, so.
Okay, so your day, talk about that. Your kind of some free periods throughout the day.
Yeah.
You don't have that as a, 9th through 11th grader. Talk about that. Is it an earned right, a privilege?
Yeah, it's definitely pretty nice because I have 7th and 8th off, so I've had about an hour and a half early out of school every day, so just get to go home and chill usually.
Gotcha. And then are you often, you're coming back for practice then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, as a member of our current wrestling team. So you kind of go home, maybe rest a little bit, doing homework, I'm sure,
Yeah.
studying all the things, and then coming back for practice. Gotcha, very good. Talk about wrestling for a little bit. So we just got done with the state dual tournament, and now we're heading into the the region tournament
Regions.
this weekend. Talk about that. Talk about last week, the upcoming week. How's the season going for you?
It's been going pretty good. Last year of wrestling, so it's definitely like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling, like thinking that I'm not gonna be coming back next year to wrestle again. Like I'm just done wrestling after this. I won't be wrestling in college, so that's kind of, I guess it's just the end of my wrestling career. So it's a weird feeling, but I mean I've been happy with what I've been doing so far, and state duels was definitely awesome. We got 4th place, which was pretty good. I mean, you always hope for 1st, but 4th was still pretty nice. And coming up on regions and state, which is gonna be fun. It's out in Rapid this year, so long drive, but
Sure.
fun.
Gotcha. And that's the dual tournament. Didn't we come in like rated 6th or something?
Yeah.
And then to come out, anytime you can
Yeah.
kind of compete at a higher level than what you were seated at, I think that performing, seems like we're performing at the right time at a high level. So that's great. Talk about your involvement in activities, but then also incredibly accomplished in the classroom, ACT, all the things. Talk about that balance. Is that a hard thing? Does it come naturally? Did you learn that early on, or what has that been like?
It's definitely not easy. Well, I'm only in wrestling, so for I don't know 4 months of
Sure.
the year, it's definitely harder than the rest of the school year. But usually I just try to focus on making sure that I have everything done for school, and especially it's easier the senior year because I have those 2 periods off when I could do my homework and study and all that. But it's harder during wrestling season to balance that sport at the same time, but it's definitely manageable.
Sure, absolutely. What's it like going through this process with your brother?
It's definitely interesting. We're very different people, even though we're twins. So it's interesting to see like how he's doing in wrestling. Like I get to watch him wrestle, and like also I help him out in the classroom sometimes. But
Sure.
it's
You
fun.
complement each other well,
Yeah.
and that's great. And someone to have to go through that process with you, and then whatever those next steps might be. So along those lines, have you thought about kind of what those next steps might be?
Yeah, I do plan to go to college. Not for sure on where I'm going yet. I'm still weighing my options, looking at what scholarships I'm getting and that kind of stuff. But I do plan to study computer science
Okay.
in college.
Very good. So I would imagine you've taken a few of those courses here then at Brand Valley. How have those prepared you, or maybe sparked something in you that inspired you to do that?
Yeah, well, first of all, I took programming my freshman year. I took that instead of the regular computer class, just because it's always been something that I've been interested in, and when I saw programming, I thought it would be an interesting class to take, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed coding. I enjoyed that class, which is really something that made me decide on computer science.
That's great. Looking back, if you could give freshman Xavier a piece of advice, maybe a young buck freshman's listening now, what would you kind of tell yourself or maybe change from that time?
I guess my advice is just to enjoy the time, because it's like you don't really realize how fast it's going until like it's my senior year now, and like it's weird thinking that like I'm not just gonna come back to school next year after the summer and do all the same things again. Like it's just hard to imagine moving on from here because it just feels like I've been here forever. I mean,
Sure. And then involved in wrestling, that probably started at the middle school. You've always been in activities and all the
Yeah.
things. Absolutely. If you could look back and if there was one teacher, coach, advisor from your K-12 experience, if you could say thank you to them, who would that be?
I guess I'd have to say thank you to Mr. Outland. He was the head coach of the wrestling team for the past 3 years at least, and he was very helpful. He's very amazing. He was a great coach. he's not the head coach this year, but he was a great head coach, and then he taught AP World History, which I took, and he was a very good teacher. He helped me be prepared for the AP test, which I got a 5 on, so that was pretty amazing. He's a great teacher. He's a great wrestling coach, and thank you to him.
Cool, that's awesome. If you had to pick one superhero, like a Marvel character or DC or whatever that is, who do you think you most closely relate to, or maybe who you would want to be?
I always like Spider-Man.
Okay.
I just think, I think his powers are so cool. Like swinging, it's like flying is like a great superpower to have, but like if you're like swinging, I feel like it's equal to it. And then also he got all the other stuff, and Spider-Man's kind of got that like double life going on. It's like he's really intelligent, and then he's also got superhero.
Sure.
Yeah.
So some parallels, some things.
Yeah.
And, okay, you've got some superpowers too that maybe we don't know about. It will come out in some documentary later or something. But, no, I think that's awesome. So kind of our final question, what we always end with, your favorite type of ice cream?
Definitely chocolate. It's classic. I love chocolate ice cream. It's amazing.
Just straight chocolate?
Just straight
no
chocolate.
toppings? Just
Nothing
straight.
added in, Sometimes you like add too much stuff in, and then it just like messes up the flavor. I just like a plain chocolate. It's always amazing.
Okay, no issues with that at all. So Xavier, you're incredibly accomplished. You represent our school so well. You've certainly left a legacy here. I can't wait to see what you accomplish going forward, and when you decode something or create the next great app or whatever that looks like, you're like, yep, that started here at Brandon Valley. So you incredibly accomplished. We're grateful for your time here, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
All right.